Hello, I'm Mike from PMC Computers and Surveillance in Kendallville, Indiana. Welcome to Forms. A form is a document in which to place or write or select information. The documents usually have printed parts in common, except possibly for serial numbers, which may rotate forward on each form differently. Forms, when completed, may be a statement, a request, or an order. A check is actually a form. Forms in Excel, we will lock down every part except the spaces or cells in which input is requested. The order in which you navigate and input the cells can be controlled, and you can have required inputs and lock it down so you can't advance until that is filled in. Please open from your sample forms number 6, Nutrition Tracker 1. Let's break down this form into its different parts. Across the bottom, you'll notice 5 tabs or 5 sheets in this workbook. The Welcome tab is a clean page with a few clickable links. If you were to click the up arrow in the upper right corner, this would make the toolbar disappear, hide your ribbon. You also might want to go to Views and unselect everything so it makes a nice clean sheet that you're looking at. Note that the blue bars underneath each section in the Welcome tab are hyperlinks. For those of you who don't know what a hyperlink is, it just click on it, it takes you to a specific place. These are very handy for navigation throughout the sheet or the workbook. Also notice that you can click on any cell and edit it. This is not good in a form, and it allows a person to input and change different things throughout the form. We'll learn how to lock it down so that they won't be able to do that. Some of the cells should be autofill or drop-down lists, but they are not in this, and we'll learn how to create those. I would call this a good start, a good format to start from, and then we could edit it and create a much better looking and a much better working worksheet or workbook. Now open your next form, number 7, Biweekly Timesheet. It will look something like below. If you'll go to the Formulas area and click on Show Formulas, now you can see that the form has actual formulas filled out within it to create autofill spaces. Once you fill in the pay period date, and all of the other days are automatically populated. As you fill the form out, the totals will also calculate. Again, I would call this workbook a good start. So let's work on it and see if we can tune it up a little bit. First, I'd recommend locking down the cells that you don't want someone to change. A couple of ways of doing this. Go to the cell you want to lock down, and on the Home tab in the Alignment group, click the small arrow that opens up Format Cells pop-up window. Note that this window can also be popped up by right-clicking on the cell and going to Format Cell. You'll see what we're looking at below here. On the Protection tab, there's boxes for locked and hidden. You'll want to go to the ones that you don't want someone to change and click Locked. Now we can still go and edit this until we lock down the sheet, but we want to make sure all the cells that we want untampered with are locked. Next, I'd recommend making it pretty. Let's insert a picture. There's one in your sample file folder. Now drag the picture where you want it, and then grab the corners and adjust the size. Right-click the picture and click Format Picture, And in there you'll find adjust the transparency, and I'll make it about 65. And that just kind of adds a watermark to your form. Now let's make the cells pretty by changing their colors and their formats. So highlight the cells that you want to all match the same. I just selected them all on mine. And then you go to right click and format cells. You can change the font by changing the style, make them bold, make them different colors. You can change your fill, your background color, but you can see over to the right here, go to fill effect, and you can choose one or two colors. You can select different colors and make them gradient. This happens to be white with green with a horizontal gradient fill. You can also change your borders, your alignment, and anything else that you wish to change to customize your own cells right along the top of this sheet. Once we have it the way we want it, let's go up to the top bar and uncheck Formula Bar, Grid Lines, and Headings in the Views section. Now up in the upper right corner again with the little arrow, we'll click it and select to auto hide the ribbon. Now we'll go down to the Preview tab and protect sheet with a password. Now I'd recommend not putting a password in at this point, because if you forget your password, you're locked down permanently. So just leave the password blank, and that way we can get in and out at our leisure. And if you want to protect it with a password before you send it out to public, then you'd want to go back in and protect it with a password. So now you just save your workbook and you're all set to go. Why don't we open sample 8, the biweekly worksheet with sick leave that's complete, and we'll take a look at it. This is what my final worksheet looks like. Check it out, review it. There's a couple of things that I've noticed here that we do want to look at. As you select different cells, you'll notice a little yellow window pops up. Well, this is a note, and it's very simply added by right-clicking on the cell and select Add Note, and then you can type in what you want it to say to explain to somebody what they need to put in that cell. Another thing I noticed is that all of the payroll information is visible at the bottom of the screen, which is fine if the only person that's going to see this is the person filling it out. But if they're on the intranet in your company and anybody can pop in there and look at them, yeah, it might cause some troubles if everybody knows everybody else's payroll information. So what we want to do is go down and select rows 25 and 26. Actually click on the number on the left side and slide down or hold your shift or control key and click 25 and 26. Now you want to right click and select hide. When we do that, those cells disappear, but if you notice between 24 and 27, there's a tiny little gap there. To make them reappear, you'll want to right click that space and then click unhide. Now, knowing that, we want to be able to lock the sheet down so that the individual employees that are smart enough to figure this out can't go in and look at somebody else's payroll information. And that goes back to locking it down with the password. And also, if we were to hide all the stuff that I said in the last frame to hide, that will not show. So there's a process to getting it back to appear, but this way it will not show to everybody. All there is to it. Now you have a form all set up for them to enter their payroll information. And you can see how you could do this with many different things. But wait a minute, wouldn't it be nice if when your employees selected their name from a drop-down list, that all the employee information, including their rate of pay and their supervisor and their email address, were all automatically populated? Well, proceed on to the next section called database, and we'll learn how to make that happen.